NSJT, no secrets, that's truth. Jezreel, Emil, Kavan. I want you to know that no matter what you're going through, no matter how strong the urge is that you will not win or succeed in your battle, I want you to know in the darkest hour is when the dawn is ready to burst through and shine. We cannot turn our backs on the progress that we have made in our lives. We cannot turn our backs on each other. United we stand and united we fall. As a nation, we must be stronger in our convictions than those who do not understand the power of the nation of God. We have a duty, a sworn duty, to protect and serve God with all our hearts. We have what we believe is a creed that is stronger than any creed ever made by man himself, and that is to be honorable, to be strong, to be brave, to be there for one another. This may be your darkest hour, but I tell you what, there is a brighter moment on the horizon. It may seem like everything is falling apart. It may seem like your life is not going in the direction that you wanted to go in, but I am here to tell you that the crooked will be made straight. The invisible will be made visible. The Lord has not left your side. He has neither forsaken you nor given up on you. If anything, we have given up on the power of God himself. We have given up on what we believe for instant gratification. And I say to you that the instant gratification has nothing to do with immoral gratification, knowing that you have overcome the obstacle known as life and came out on the other side successful and victorious. The enemy believes that if he separates us, keep us away from each other, that we will be weak, and thus far we shall fall. But as I said many times and over again, God only needs one. He doesn't need 100. He doesn't need 1,000. He doesn't need 1,000,000. He needs one. Just one to open their heart. Just one to open their soul. Just one willing to act in the best interest of those around them. Some of us have friends that just tells us what we want to hear, not what we need to hear. Some of us have family that coddle us and is our crutch. It's time to throw the crutch down. It's time to climb out the arms of your parents, the arms of your family, the arms of your sisters and your brothers, and stand. We must stand and begin to tear down the temple, the synagogue, the church, the evil spirit of the enemy. God has prepared us with all the tools that we need to be successful. He has told us that the darkest hour will come, but as sure as the darkest hour comes, the light shall reveal a brand new heaven and earth, a brand new existence to all mankind. We must continue holding on. We must continue praying. We must continue reaching out to those who need to be comforted. This is not a perfect world, by no means. The things that we have to endure in the name of living life is atrocious. The attacks on our families, our friends, our community is atrocious. The enemy is gaining strength off of our doubts. He is gaining strength off of our fears. It is now time for us to do the same. Gain strength from the things that have happened to us in our lives. Gain strength from what we used to fear. It's time for us to come out of the shadow and stand in the light. We cannot do this by being timid. We cannot do this by being shy. Our voices must rise to the highest heights of the sky, to heaven itself. We must begin to use what we know will win, and that is our determination to defeat the enemy at all costs, our determination to reach our destiny at all costs. We must begin to rely on the morals of our ancestors and our forefathers, for they had it right. The Lord comes first. His will must be done. If we want to be blessed, we must bless. If we want to be healed, we must heal. Whether it's a broken heart or a lost soul, they all belong to us. We must begin fighting for each other, having each other's backs in the darkest hour. It doesn't matter what you do in the sunlight, it matters what you do in the darkness. Whether you pray, whether you stand, whether you scream to the top of your lungs, the truth, that's what it's about. Even though the enemy hides himself in the darkness, it is said that we have a light within us. And as that light within us continues to grow, we begin to be lighthouses among the darkness, among the wilderness, among a petty and jealous world. We have to believe that what we do and what we say is important. How we act and how we react is important. We cannot do this alone, and that is the reason why we should always be on the threshing floor praying to God to help us through, to lead us through, to guide us through, to teach us how to love, to teach us how to be divine. We must learn discipline in the name of God. We must not forget love. We must not forget we are the heroes and the angels that we seek. We must return back to where we have come from, the beginning. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God. The power of our words are strong. The power of our strength lies within the core of our heart. And we cannot let that grow cold in our darkest hour. We must begin to believe that we are greater because we are loved by greatness. We must believe that we are greater because greatness has endowed us that. We cannot stoop to the level of the enemy, but we can fight back. We have the knowledge, we have the wisdom, we have the spirits of our ancestors and our forefathers standing with us. So I say, be not afraid, for this is our destiny, to fight through the darkest hour, to reach the dawn of a new day. I thank you for listening, for understanding.